Welcome to This is Legends of Yesterday. This podcast often explores real events, folklore, myths, and historical moments. A list of the topics, themes, and subject matter featured in this episode has been included in the video description. Some stories may not be suitable for all audiences. Now, let's dive into the legend.
Hello, everybody. My name's Alexandra.
And I'm Angelica.
This is Legends of Yesterday. A ka-chow.
Where we tell it.
We have dogs in here, and they are not happy that we are not paying attention to them.
We didn't give them their third treat today.
Yeah, and apparently that's a huge problem.
Anyway.
Is she crying?
Yeah, I think one of our dogs, Victoria, she likes to stare at us. Like, she has what our family likes to call staring contests, but she'll just look into your soul.
And then, like, one little tear will fall right here because she doesn't blink.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so
we go over the histories, mysteries, and ghost stories in Florida.
That's right. We are located in South Florida, and we also cover things in North Florida. Whoa.
And Central Florida.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, now that you kind of caught the vibe, this is us. And if you know anything about us, purple lighting, a black candle has been lit.
For some reason, our animals, so we have Victoria, Winnie, which are our dogs, and Wilhelmina in the office with us today, and all of them seem to be keen on staring directly into our light.
Really hyper right now.
Yeah.
And that's fine, because this is our Mysteries and Ghost Stories episode. Whoa. That's right, my friends. If you know anything about us, Angelica and Alexandra, and This is Legends of Yesterday, you know that 2 weeks ago, we showed you the history of the St. Augustine Lighthouse. And this week, we will be showing you the mysteries and ghost stories that I, Alexandra, know nothing about. But Angelica, my sister, will report upon now.
She knows some of this stuff. Like, she knows.
I just know it's haunted, but I literally know no stories about the lighthouse.
Oh.
I am blissfully unaware.
For our last episode, I told you to stay tuned for this episode because I have a story about the lighthouse.
Oh.
I don't know if this is related or what this would be related to, but we took a tour in St. Augustine, and we've taken this tour a few times. The Ghosts and Gravestones Ghost Tour in St. Augustine. Such a fun tour. I totally recommend it. It's a great time. And during the tour, we were by a graveyard, and in the graveyard, they pointed to the lighthouse. Like, we weren't by the lighthouse or in the lighthouse, but they pointed to it. And they, mentioned that the lighthouse was haunted. Yeah. I saw a figure go past.
What?
In the lighthouse. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And I asked the tour guide, would anyone be there? This is, mind you, like past 8 p.m. And I asked them, would anyone be at the lighthouse? And they said, no one should be at the lighthouse right now.
They must say that to everyone.
I don't know. And like, honestly, if this can be debunked, like, totally cool. But that was my experience. I saw a figure go through one of the windows at the lighthouse as we were looking at the lighthouse because the ghost tour guide was telling us about it. Anyway, on to our story. So if you were here last 2 weeks?
2 weeks ago.
Math, hard for me, not hard for other people.
I'm other people. Hi.
So we last time went over the story of the lighthouse in St. Augustine.
Yeah,
at
super
least
sad.
The construction and the children who were lost at the lighthouse. And if you didn't take a peek at that, make sure to go back to the last episode and take a listen. Today we're going to be talking about the ghost stories that surround that. Yeah. The ghost children, or the story surrounds the unnamed child, Mary, Eliza, and Carrie. And as we know, Carrie was the sole survivor from the tragedy. But today, we're going ghost mode. No turning back. We're diving into the legends.
Ghost mode.
Ghost mode. You got your tools.
It's handy.
Actually, I think an EMF reader comes up in one of the stories. So
I'm psychic too.
We're going to talk about the super haunted game of tag.
The super haunted game of tag.
That we're still playing a century later.
Whoa.
Okay.
That's gotta suck.
It's gotta suck.
It's just such a long game of tag.
Would you be upset by playing every day?
Playing tag every day, yeah.
I wouldn't. I like to play.
Hide and go seek, I would prefer more.
I think it's a combo. Once you hear the stories, you'll see how it's a combo. Okay. And it's especially a combo because they're ghosts, so they're really good at hiding.
So they're really good. They're forever hidden.
Yes. So first things first, the St. Augustine Lighthouse has earned its reputation. Mm-hmm. And one of the biggest ways it's earned its reputation is through an episodes of The Ghost Hunters. So if you remember, there was a show called The Ghost Hunters.
Is that the one that taps?
Yes.
I like them.
Taps. So The Ghost Hunters was a show that brought technology into the mix.
Yeah.
And really worked hard at debunking. Like nowadays, we really recognize, what is it? I want to say Zach and Cody. Sam and Cody.
Oh, the YouTube guys?
Yeah, and then the Ghost Hunters, which they have like these giant reactions, and yes, they do work to debunk some things, but this was like the focus.
Ghost Adventures is what you're talking about.
Ghost Adventures.
Ooh, which now has scandal.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I want to hear about it after the episode.
Okay. You don't get to know.
What? We don't? What? Why not?
Oh, what's okay, you get to know. It's drama, honestly.
What's the drama?
That Zach Bagans is a cheater.
Like
seriously,
cheater?
There's like all these women that came forward that have claimed what?
I gotta be honest, and I'm so sorry.
I mean, he looks like a not good guy.
He looks like he would be like a bro. Like
he looks like a bad dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he would there was actually a medium that went through his museum also, and she said what things actually have souls attached to it and what's just there and pretty also. And some of it, a lot of it is sad because there's certain souls that are trapped to it that are not bad souls or anything like that, but they are there. And she's saying I don't understand why someone would trap a soul in a location too. So there's a lot going on, and one of his crew members already dissed him online, Nick or whatever. So yeah, but a lot of women are coming. There was a woman that he was with for a while, and he cheated on her the whole time. And I listen to her TikToks, her stories, because they're actually really good stories and she explains things really well. So I listen to her.
I need to tell you something about Ghost Hunter or Adventures. No, Hunters.
What? Are they bad too?
So the main person
Aldi?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember his name. I'm so sorry.
I don't know.
Listeners, tell us his name. His daughter is in a scandal, which actually has to do with the Sam and Cody videos.
Oh.
So one of the houses, his daughter is one of the historic guides of the space. And there's allegations, not confirmed, but allegations that she was creating communication, falsely creating communication with spirits in different locations. So there's that, and then
is
different
it the
issues
Conjuring House or whatever.
Yeah, and then different issues with.
I've heard so many bad things.
Management. It's just a mess at that house right now.
That's sad.
I do want to say again, the main thing about this show is that they really do. It seems
I like Ghost Hunters.
Yeah.
I did. I used to watch it all the time growing up, and it was cool because they would bring in new technology as it was coming out, because back then, years ago, the technology was new to being used for ghost hunting. Mm-hmm. So as things were coming out, they were one of the first groups who would test it. And it was great because it was on TV.
And they would tell you they're testing this new technology.
And they were very big on debunking.
And that was a big thing with this episode, I think. Transitioning back to what we're talking about.
Lighthouse. Other than scandalo and drama.
So every you get all of that here. You get the scandal, you get the drama, you get the ghost stories. Yeah. So I took a look at this episode of Ghost Hunters, and like for all the accounts of sightings and things that you like hear about for the lighthouse, there wasn't that much going on in the episode. Like there are distinct voices that you hear. If you want to take a look at the episode, I totally recommend it. But as much as there's not much that happens in that episode. And that's a huge thing, I think. Like it's better to catch the truth rather than trying to like create this false idea of all this stuff going on. The ghost hunters were not the only ones who had stories or had evidence of, I won't say evidence, have stories of what happened at the lighthouse. And
there's a lot of people who have investigated it over the years.
Yeah, it's really famous for being a hotspot. So the staff, they have stories. And talking about stories. So one fun little fact about the lighthouse is that there were lighthouse keepers, and the lighthouse keepers actually lived in the lighthouse. So it was like a big house that they were able to bring their family into. And if you think about the ghost children, there's like the family, the Pity family, there were four kids, and there was Mary, the wife, and then the husband, and that's six people living in this location. And it's Victorian times, so like it doesn't think about Victorian times when we think about like 8 people in one room in an apartment, but it's noted as being a big house.
Yeah, there's like a lot of, I think lighthouses are wild because first of all, terrified of the ocean. Second of all, not great with the dark. But you're alone in this like multi-floored building because that's how it was. It's like a house on many floors.
Yeah.
So it's like you could have your kitchen on one floor, and maybe it's your kitchen and dining area, but it was normally like a what would they call it? Like a canteen kind of thing on one floor, and then like your living room space or study or whatever, and then like the bedroom and stuff. And then you go closer to the top, and there was like all the maintenance for the lighthouse itself, like all the breaker stuff, like whatever that room would be called. And then it was the light itself.
I don't know if that's how this was constructed. It kind of looks like
I know that's how like some of the newer ones are, but again, what do I know?
It looks like this is a tower, the pictures that I've seen, and it's pretty cool because you can go into the Florida archives and we'll post some of this. Oh, we have an angry kitty. She found a ball. So you can look at the Florida archives, and there's like some pictures that tourists took and different things. And it looks like it's the tower itself. And then there's a house that's like literally attached
next
to it.
Door. Okay. That's like in One Piece.
Okay.
In One Piece, there's like the guy that's by the lighthouse has like a little house next to it. Yeah, that's also how some of them were. Some of them lived inside of it, and then some of them lived adjacent to it. Isn't that also how it is in like Aquaman or something?
Never watched enough Aquaman. But if you ever watched The Lighthouse, the horror film,
yeah, or The Fog, which has a lighthouse featured in it.
There you go. There's a lot that happens to you mentally when you live in that kind of place. So who knows if some of these stories can be attributed. I could
never be a lighthouseman.
But according to the kids who grew up there, they had a blast, especially during Halloween and when they had friends over, because they would tell ghost stories. They would say, my house is haunted. We have these things that happen here. So that was one of their favorite times. But not all of the people who lived in the lighthouse saw it with the same humor, especially one of the last, essentially the last lighthouse keeper. His name was James Pippin.
Of course it was. Pippin?
Like the show?
Yeah.
Okay. He refused to stay at the lighthouse.
Smart man.
He chose to stay in a little house. So this was a larger house.
Adjacent.
Yeah, he chose to stay at a smaller house off the property. He wanted to be off property from the lighthouse. And he swore that big house was haunted and he would not stay another night in it. So in 1955, they installed a fully automated light and changed the position description. So it's no longer a lighthouse keeper. It was called I called it that. I broke the joke. It was no longer called oh, no. I didn't break the joke. I wrote it correctly. I did smart things when I wrote this. Okay. So the position was no longer called a lighthouse keeper. It was called a lamplighter. And so the position... It's not fire. It's not necessarily fire. It was just, I guess, you're lighting it. And the position was exactly the same. If you look at the description. The only difference is you don't have to live at the lighthouse.
Oh, because that was like a requirement.
To make sure that it was always kept and that if anything turned off, because lives were literally at stake if the lighthouse went out. So he would literally hear sounds and things coming from the lighthouse late at night, during the day, and when he would check on it, no one was there. So Pippin did not like that.
No, I guess not.
But it doesn't end there, because once he left, the house was empty. And when it was empty, just like now, people are like, rent it out, use the space.
Oh my God.
So
Airbnb?
Yeah. Back in the day, 1960s Airbnb.
Let's open a bed and breakfast in a haunted location.
Yeah, lighthouse? How charming. So there were reports that would come in of people hearing things or seeing things while they stayed there overnight. One common claim was that girls like to play with people that visited. And their game of choice was hide and seek.
Whoa.
So one man actually... I didn't write it here, but talking about the Airbnb type of thing, he stayed overnight, and when he woke up, he saw a girl looking down at him. He blinked and she was gone. Yeah.
No, she wasn't.
So one staff member was working alone at night, and they suddenly heard laughter, but not like a cute laughter or anything like that. No. So they heard like full-blown kids giggling, laughing, chuckling, and all in the dark. No faces. Yeah. So we're out of there. When he went up the stairs to see who it was.
Wow. Brave.
Yeah, he went to check it out because he's looking. It might have been you never know. There might be a kid who sneaks in and tries to go into the lighthouse. So he goes up there. He doesn't see anything. But when he gets up there, kids are laughing again right where he started from, down below.
Girl,
no.
Girl, no.
Girl, I'm out.
Those kids. Poop heads.
Girl, I'm sticking at the top of the lighthouse.
Yeah. You're going to go up and down the stairs all night long, mister.
And it was like that. It was like they wanted to keep playing that game of him going up and down the stairs. That was him. And another tour guide said that she was turning off the lights to lock up.
Yeah.
Only to hear footsteps running behind her and voices saying, "You can't catch me."
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Dude.
No.
They wouldn't be able to catch me. I'd be like running so fast out of the lighthouse.
Probably jump out the window down to the water and swim away.
Oh, man. Here's the thing. There's one space.
There's another thing. Awesome.
It's not just the steps of the lighthouse. There's one place with a lot of activity. It's the basement.
Awesome.
And it's where the girls reportedly, when they were alive, they loved
would play the most.
Yeah, they loved to play in the
because no
basement.
one could see you doing
It's their
bad
space.
stuff in the basement.
Our dad, because basements don't really exist in Florida.
Not anymore.
Yeah. But this place, because it was probably elevated on like a stony area.
Yeah, St. Augustine has... Well, I only thought that they had one place, or it was like the first basement in Florida, or the last basement in Florida is in St. Augustine. I forget which building it is, but it's like close to the city center or something like that. And there's a basement there.
Mhm.
But I didn't know that the lighthouse had a basement also.
Uh-huh. And our dad used to tell us, like, he grew up in Illinois, so there's basement. There are basements in Illinois.
Basements in Chicago.
For our listeners who don't know that those exist. But he used to tell us that he used to play and his friends used to play in the basement all the time because it was the place that his parents weren't going and he wasn't supervised. Like,
like
they
the
would
place
get
to
into
hang out.
trouble. Like, they built a skating rink in their basement one time. And one of the first reports of activity in the basement comes from after the keeper's house burned down mysteriously. Like, no one knows why it burned down, but it burned down. And this was shortly after Pippin. So, Pippin, was it you? Stopped living there. And after it was used as a place for people to stay, it burned down. But the basement was one of the only places to not be burnt down because there was stone around it. So the lighthouse itself, I guess from what I heard, a lot of wood was involved, but it was like coquita, it was like a limestone kind of thing. Was used for the basement. So St. Johns County purchased the shell of the lighthouse, and they're thinking, let's just demolish it for safety reasons. We don't wanna...
build a 30-foot watchtower.
Watchtower. Inside
if you saw
joke,
the last episode, you know why that frustrates me.
Go back to the first episode if you don't know what we're talking about. This is where the cool factor comes in because that didn't happen, obviously. 16 women prevented that from happening. It was an all-volunteer group called the Junior Service League of St. Augustine. They stepped in to raise $1.2 million. And I didn't look up what it is in inflation, like with what it would be today. Listeners, if you want to take a whack at that and post that in the chat, but $1.2 million they raised all by themselves. And it took 15 years once they raised that money to restore it to what it is now. Which, if you listen to
There's a witch too? No, I'm just kidding.
and a wardrobe and Narnia. If you listen to the last episode, we talked about the watchtower lens. They were the first ones to fully reconstruct it.
Wow.
And bring it to its original state. So these women... they'd be accomplishing things. They also added the building to the National Register of Historical Places.
Good. Yeah.
And they did this with the help of Karen Harvey, which actually she was one of the people who published a book about like the history of St. Augustine and some ghost stories of St. Augustine.
Cool.
So check out her book. During the renovation, both the workers and the GSL volunteers reported the basement was super active when it came to ghosts. It was the only part of the house again that wasn't burned. And today, even after their reconstruction, and them spending time there, there's activity that can be felt. In fact, one EVP was caught of a girl saying, "Please don't leave."
Oh.
And stay and play.
No.
And like on paper.
Also sounds creepy.
Adorable, right? But also.
But like when you're there and it's like, no, stay. Come play with me.
Come play.
No.
Don't leave.
Stop.
You don't have to leave. Oh my God. You don't ever have to leave the basement, Angelica.
Let's keep going. One tour had a group of women in the basement, and like I keep seeing it, it's like a like
so many women are going to this basement, man.
it's it's an individual or a group, and it's usually like a girl or women. They went into the basement, and they rented an EMF reader, and they were just like that. And they were trying to see any activity in the area. But the tour guide lost them because...
In the basement?
Yeah, because I guess they went up like they were spending a lot of time down there. Because they were playing hide and seek with the girls.
No.
So they asked the girls if they wanted to play hide and seek because I guess they heard the story that they like to play. And it spiked. The meter spiked. So the women like started going around like, where are you? Until the meter spiked again. Then they asked, do you want to play again? Meter spiked. And so
the meter spiked. A cat walks in front of the light, scares us all. Oh my God.
So the meter spikes and they ask if they want to go again. So they do. And they again search the basement looking for the girls. Eventually, the play led them towards the children's play table. I guess they have archived one of the kids' play tables, and they asked them to play with them there. But they're part of a tour, right? So this is happening. The tour guide sees like, oh, wow, there's activity. Brings the rest of the group in. It stops.
Because they don't like those other people. They like those ladies. Why? What did we say earlier? That when you don't ask questions like aggressively, when you just treat people like people, they're going to respond to you more. We had this experience in the attic, and there were these two little boys.
This is in the Old Davy School.
This is the Old Davy School and event venue. Okay. We were in the Veely house in the attic, and we were doing a, what is it when you blind yourself, but you can hear the radio stations?
I have no idea what it's called.
I don't remember what that's called, but one of our friends was doing it. And all of a sudden, there were two little boys. They both liked to play baseball. One of them was outside.
And they loved you.
And they were really funny. And
they asked her out on a date.
They asked me out on a date. They asked me for my phone number, which tells you the timeline, right? They asked me for my phone number. And then we started talking about how like Angelica and I do performances over at Heritage Hall, which is like the cafetorium area. So that we do performances over there, and they're like, oh, the acting performances. Like they said that.
Who
they knew
she was. They had seen her before, and they were telling her about it.
Well, also I had done some touring there in the mornings for kids. So like 4 classes coming in, these little kids. So I would be there in the morning a lot. So a lot of the residential ghosts there, if I say Miss Alex, like they'll know who I am.
And that's the crazy thing. In the Old Davy School, when there's a like recording or anything like that, it's the people who work there that they know that they want to talk to and that they mention in the recording.
Yeah, like Kim. Kim Weissmantle is the director of education over there, and they know her. And it's true that they're more comfortable talking to people who work there than they are talking to like some of the ghost hunters that are there. And they've actually asked some of the ghost investigators to like leave the room.
Yeah.
And that was funny. But also I think it's, you know, everyone always doubts ghost rights. Everyone always doubts the intelligence of someone who you can't see, right? So you ask a question that's like a basic question, but really you should be asking, do you remember when men used to be thrown into the canal on their wedding night here in Davie? Yes, they do.
But it's just like we were talking about, regardless, if you believe in ghosts, if you don't believe in ghosts, like just thinking
That's
about
a prerogative.
just thinking about like how do you want to be spoken to, and what's more interesting? Do you want to get the juicy gossip, or do you want to yell at someone at the air like, what's 4 + 4, and try to get a response?
Why are you here? It's like, because they lived there.
Mm-hmm. So thinking about the basement and thinking about these girls, like thinking, okay, they're little girls. They probably look up to older women, especially from Victorian times, thinking about like who they'd be around more, probably their mom, or probably around other women. And they want to play with other women. So having these women come in for the ghost tour.
Yeah, rather than like one dude coming to check on a light.
And wanting to play with them, like actively listening in something they're interested in. It makes sense. Now, another ghost tour. So playing hide and seek, getting these EMF readings are not the only ways people have experienced these spirits.
Why?
People have actually seen them as full apparitions.
Woo.
One way that they've seen the girls, and especially several years ago, not at night, during the day, someone said that they were exploring the maritime hammock trails, and they suddenly saw a girl in a Victorian outfit. And
which is hard to distinguish if that's a ghost or a person in St. Augustine, because a lot of people dress up over there.
Yeah, a lot of people are reenacting.
Yeah.
Especially at historic venues.
Yeah.
What had gone on during the day. In the day. So this guest saw this girl reading a book in a Victorian outfit. And she had asked the girl a question. And as she was asking the question and talking to her, the group came around. And she looked over to the group to see what was going on. And when she turned back, the girl was gone. Another time, there was a ghost tour. So this was during the day, and this would be during the night. A woman was walking through the tour, and then someone else was like, "Oh my gosh, your little girl is so well behaved. She's behaving so well." And the woman was confused. She's like, I don't have a daughter. And turned out they were commenting on someone they had seen, one of the girls, the apparition of a girl who was following her around and been by her side most of the evening.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this little girl was following her through the ghost tour, which is cute, but also terrifying.
Come play with us.
Yeah. No. And those are most of the things that people have experienced when it comes to the girls at the lighthouse.
Wow. Well, if you want a really intense game of hide and seek, please make sure to make your way over to the St. Augustine Lighthouse.
It's really interesting. And honestly, you guys, all these stories that we talk about, there are these ghost stories and events. Go check these out.
Yeah,
experience them for yourself. Debunk them if you want to debunk them. And that's half of the fun. And so many, if they're good ghost hunters, if they're good ghost tourists, they'll ask you to debunk what's going on, because we want to know. We want to know what's real, what's not real, because we know as we've guided ghost tours at night, sometimes we feel something or we see something and it doesn't make any sense. But then one of our guests will say, "Oh, the wind is blowing." And sometimes they won't have an answer, and it's terrifying, but that's part of the fun of it. So go to these places, explore this history, explore these ghost stories. And what have we learned today? Victorian ghost children are very clingy.
And very good at hide and seek. All right. If you have any ghost stories, interesting histories about Florida, or any weird facts, we'll take aliens too, guys.
Oh, for sure. Last night, I watched a YouTube video for free about lizard people.
And I got sent it at 3:00 in the morning.
Dude, it was great to fall asleep to.
Please make sure to contact info@thisisimprov to send us all of your incredible facts and incredible stories. We are here twice a month for you on Spotify and on YouTube.
Make sure to tell us below what you want to see. What do you want to learn about? What stories, histories, mysteries, ghost stories are you curious about in Florida? And we'd love to do some research on it and talk about it.
Yes, please make sure to check out all of our previous episodes on Spotify podcasts. My name's Alexandra.
And I'm Angelica.
This is Legends of Yesterday. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Come play with us. Stay. Don't go. Come play.